Today we're going to be talking about the abroad wife, the abroad husband. I get this message a lot. I can't screenshot it because it's a private issue, which those are some of the topics I get in my inbox, private chats. I've heard this so many times where husband will say they don't want to follow their wife abroad, they don't want to travel abroad, especially to the UK, because they believe once they follow their wife abroad, their wife will grow wings, will become the husband of the house, and will now begin to wear the pants and control them. It is a big issue too, especially African culture. It is not just African, even some Asian country, we have this problem of gender role, gender inequality, gender strain, where the husband is trying to lord over the wife, and in any circumstance where in the Western world favors the women a lot. Most of the Western countries are against husband-wife rivalry or superiority thing. You see, this is a very big issue. We as husband, wife, as couple, as married couple especially, we face traveling abroad, especially if you've got children. It's become a lot of stress on both the husband and the wife. Wait, before you judge me. I know some men will hate me for this, and I know some men will be like, I wonder what type of wife she is, but I have been abroad for a while now, and I have a husband. We've been married going 10 years, and we've had issues like this being discussed among us, discussed by so many couples, which I've heard of a lot of experience. I have a brother who basically said he cannot marry and bring his wife abroad because he believes UK is a women's world. UK is a woman country, and the moment he brings his wife abroad, the wife will become the lord, the wife will become the head, the wife will become the husband over him. And I'm like, in what century are we in? What world are we in? And I don't blame men. It is because of the way we were raised. It is our culture. These men grew up to meet their mother being treated like this. They grew up meeting their father, treating their mother like that, and they believe it is a normal thing. They believe it is what it should be. Especially in some parts of the country where I'm from, Nigeria, it is really frowned upon for a woman to have a say in anything that concerns the home or in anything that is a major or important decision. It is being frowned upon. There's so many things in Nigeria or in Africa that is being accepted, but if a man does it. For instance, a man can just wake up and decide he wants to have a girlfriend, he wants to cheat on his wife, or he wants to marry another wife, and the community or the culture will tell you, just endure. You have especially children for him. Just endure. It rains everywhere. Every man cheats. Every man does that. So don't because of that and leave him. Just stay there and endure. Don't say anything. Continue to cook for him. Continue to wash. Before he comes back for work, continue to prepare his meal. Give him water to wash. Kneel down and serve him his food. Remove the plate. The only thing he's going to do when he comes back is he's going to sit in front of the telly and he's going to enjoy himself and order you about. Chat with other women. Sleep with other women, and defile your home, defile your marriage, and you shouldn't say anything. There are so many exemptions to a lot of men. There are men who are responsible. There are men who are good. There are men who are well cultured. There are men who, even though they were raised like this, they have another opinion of what marriage, partnership, wife is all about. The typical problem in most homes abroad is a man will say they don't want to come with their wife abroad, or when they come with their wife abroad, they start to say women are now being in charge, women are now being lord over them. Because it is true, it is undeniable. The fact is, when you're abroad, there's this understanding that comes to you to say, so these things are not normal. Like things we do back home, they're not the thing that should be done. When you travel abroad, especially to the UK, you see where women are almost in charge. Even some homes, the husband don't work. It is the husband who is the full-time house husband. The wife gets maternity leave, the husband gets paternity leave. The wife can decide to work, or the husband can decide not to work or to work. It is nothing like gender role. A man has to be the only one who just sits around and not do anything. The women also get to sit around abroad. The women get to just sit in front of telly while the husband cook. The husband get to clean. The husband get to take care of the children. Because at the end of the day, marriage is about partnership. It is not. I know, I'm religious, I'm a Christian, and I understand the role of a man, but when it comes to gender role, let's take it critically let's use this example. In Nigeria or in Africa, wherever the home country, a man is expected to be the one who provides for the home, while the wife should be the one who cleans, does all the domestic work, do all the dirty work around, make sure everything goes in order, prepare everything before the man comes. Even if it just takes the man going to work, sitting in front of a computer or just sitting in front of a desk for 8 hours and coming back home, he is supposed to be the provider, he's supposed to be the breadwinner, he's supposed to be the head, and when he comes back, he shouldn't do anything again. Even if your wife is also working hard, you're still expected to meet all these rules, while the husband typically should provide. Only responsibility for an African man is just to provide, while the wife does everything. Now, when the role has switched, you are now abroad. It is possible that the first person that comes abroad is the wife, who, for instance, may be a nurse. Let's talk from my own circumstance. I am a nurse. You're coming abroad. Automatically, you've gotten a job. You've gotten a visa. It is you who owns the visa. You're the one who is bringing your family abroad. Now, it looks from the first view that you will automatically be the first contact in the home, like you have the financial power immediately you get into the country. The first month you can begin to earn. You may earn more than your partner, you may earn more than your husband, or if you're the man, you may earn more than the wife. But we're talking in a typical sense of a woman being the one who earns more abroad. The first month the man comes abroad or comes with a wife, he may not be able to get a job immediately. Even if he gets a job, the job may not be as high paying as the wife's job. So the wife now may or may not be the one who is now going to be the breadwinner, as the word is, the breadwinner in the home. And now let's switch the role over. You are in Nigeria or you're in Africa and you are the breadwinner. The wife gets to do all the work. Now the wife is now the breadwinner abroad. The wife is now the breadwinner in the abroad. And now you don't want to understand that because the wife is now the breadwinner, you should also do those things we're making her do back home, which is cleaning, cooking, sweeping, taking care of the children, making sure the house is tidy. She goes to work, 12 hours work, come back home. She should meet a warm meal. Yes, does it sound? She is now the breadwinner. This becomes a big problem abroad if both of you cannot sit down and understand that there's nothing like gender role when it comes to your own home, where you as the man should be the head and your wife should be your partner, your support, no matter your cultural, your belief, or your religious background. He's going to work. You are the wife, you're going to work. When you come back home, it's the responsibility of both of you to do the house chores together. There's nothing bad in your wife washing and you're rinsing. She's mopping the parlor, you're mopping the room. She's changing the diaper, you're running the baths. Is there anything wrong? Will it kill you? Will it take anything off that your Mr. title? Will it? It will not. Or the days when she's working and you're off or you're not working yet, does it change your name if you are able to clean, cook, and do those minor things before she comes back? So that when she's back from work, after working 12 hours, dealing with crazy people, dealing with a lot of problems, facing all the possible racism, all the stress at work, she comes back to a home that is clean. She doesn't have to now come again and now become the wife, clean, cook, do everything, and in the night you still expect her to come and lie down and perform the husband-wife procedure and be happy. And you think these things will not build up. If you're a man on this table or you do these things or you have this mentality and there's tendency that you travel abroad one day, it's either you jump off the table and stop doing all those things you're doing now, or you continue to do it, and when your wife travels abroad, then she will show you pepe. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. There are women who are like devil themselves. I know. There are women who are so bad, so terrible. No matter how you treat them nicely, they are still very bad, and they will abuse their abroad opportunity when they travel abroad. But it is only a crazy or a bad wife that you'll be taking care of back in your country. You're doing everything a responsible man should do. You're supporting her. She come back from work. You ask her how she's doing, just the way she asks you how you're doing. You help her with housework. You know, in Nigeria, you can get house help. I had somebody who was helping me when I was back home. You hardly have to do a lot of those things. But abroad, you don't have help. You don't have somebody to talk to. You don't have neighbors to run to. You don't have anybody to help you. In fact, your garbage, you take it out yourself on the actual date. If you don't take it out, your garbage will be in your house smelling. All this responsibility. And you're stuck with these children 24/7. You cannot open the garden and say they should go and just start playing from morning to night. You have to be with them 24 hours. And you expect her to now come to the abroad, do all those for you, and you still don't want to help in the name of you're a man. Men don't clean, men don't cook, but men know how to eat. Or you think you can come abroad, and now because you're abroad now, you still want to continue those your cheating that you've been doing in Nigeria, or you've been doing back home in your country, and you expect the woman to still keep quiet and not say anything. Put yourself in her shoe. Put yourself in her shoe and ask, if you're the one, will you be happy? That is why you see most women will now travel abroad now and now misuse the opportunity of the abroad opportunity of westernized world where women have a say also. I can bring my husband in the next episode, like let this be like episode 1, to talk about how we are managing, how we've been able to handle these issues like this, being couple abroad with children and facing all of these cultural differences of role, gender inequality, gender role strain abroad. I can bring my husband as a guest to the channel, so we discuss this on. We can see it from his own point of view as a man, a typical African Nigerian man abroad. He can share his own experience. If you're interested in something like this, drop a comment down below and I will invite him. But if there's nobody that's commenting or that is requesting, there's no point. But I will share how we are able to walk through issues like this and understand the fact that it is marriage and it is partnership. It is not slave trade. It is not school where there's a teacher and there's a student. It is partnership. If you don't partner together abroad, your relationship will break. Your marriage will break. Your home that you've built for years will break. And to you men, if you want to hate me for this, thank you, I don't care. Whole thing because your wife is going to become the head or is going to become the leader, hashtag, in the home. Because of that, you have vowed never to travel abroad. Do you know you're a very selfish man? Do you know you're very selfish? Do you know you're very, very wicked? Because you don't care about your children's future. You don't care about your future. You don't care about anything that has to do with your children. You know how you're struggling today. How much are you earning? Even if you're earning 1 million a month, is it guaranteed that your children will be able to earn 1 million a month when they grow up? Would they not still struggle in a country where there's no security, where there's no safety, where there's no health, where there's no standard education? You see people carrying their children abroad, the so-called leader who are supposed to be the one fighting for us, making things work in our country. I was telling my husband yesterday, I said, if Nigeria can begin to tax our government the way we are being taxed abroad, tax the rich. So the more you earn, the more you pay tax, we'll be able to afford free health in the country. You see people who are still suffering, having one health issue. What if tomorrow that job you're doing, you lose your job? Is there a future guaranteed for your children? Is there a future guaranteed for you yourself? That because of that, your ego or your ego, I don't know the English, I don't know how you pronounce it, because of that title of you want to be the one who is in charge, who is leading, who is ruling and enslaving your wife. Because of that, you don't want to travel abroad to secure not only your future, but the future of your children. Do you know you're a very selfish person? If you're into this or if you have this mentality, please change it. Change it. Life is not like that. When you travel out, you'll see that it is not as hard as you take it. It is just easy. It is a simple thing as you rub my back, I rub your back. Abroad, responsibilities have been taken either 50-50, 60-50. Nobody, nothing like I will sit cross my leg and expect my husband to pay all the bills. Where I'm also working, I'm also earning money. So you share the responsibility of both financial and house chores. You share all the responsibility and there's nothing like you are the head. So because you're the head now, the wife should come and die as a tail. The wife should come and die as a tail. Imagine you if you are the woman. Will you be happy doing all those things you're making your wife go through? Will you be happy? So you better change now. Change that your mentality, and not because of that say you're not going to follow your wife abroad or you're not going to travel abroad in your life because you don't want your wife to tell you what to do. I know some responsible men who have followed their wife abroad and they're doing really well. They're doing perfectly well. They're doing well. I don't mind if you come abroad, get your citizenship, invest, get your money, go back home, invest, and secure the future of your children. Than you're in Nigeria just because of that simple issue. You don't want to travel. And because you know, especially in the UK, that your wife may not be granted the visa for the children if she's living without you, like, I'm not going. There's nothing she can do. So she's also stuck. She cannot leave. For the same nursing job she would do in Nigeria, for the same job she would do in Nigeria, she gets paid higher abroad, and the children are more safe. They're in an environment that is more healthy, more encouraging. Please, sir, stop it. Repent. Fear God. You and your wife should sit down and discuss all these issues. Talk about it. You talk about your finance. Talk about the house chores. If she is working, do those things before she comes. And if she is at home, she will do those things before you come. And that does not stop her from respecting you as a man that you are. You're still a man. For instance, today or tomorrow, if something happens to you, even in that you're Nigeria, and let's say you lose your leg or you lose your sight or you cannot see again, will that stop her from being your wife? Or would that stop you from being a husband because you cannot provide anymore? Just see it like that. If the woman is going to leave you because of your circumstance, that means she's not even a wife material. She's not even supposed to be your wife in the first place. Anybody that cannot stand by you in time of trouble should not even be your partner. It is just like that. That your title that you're having, I think the only ego your backbone is because you're earning money. And I think because of that money, you are now in charge of the whole world. What if you lose that job today? Would that stop you from being a man? It shouldn't stop you from being a man if you're married to a responsible woman. I know we women sometimes also abuse our chance, but it is from things that she has built years, months, weeks, days. She has bottled up, that when she now sees a little chance to show all her aggression over you, it's not as if she'll just burst. She'll now outpour everything. It's because you've not been a good person to her. It's because you've not been nice. It is only a mad woman. Sorry for my language. It's only a mad woman that the husband will be caring, will be supportive. While she's struggling to cook, sweating in the kitchen, you're helping with the baby, or you're cleaning even just where you've poured something. Just the mess you make, just clean it. It's only a mad person that will not see your effort and appreciate you even abroad or home or Nigeria or anywhere. Why is it even a problem? Why is it even a problem? Even if she's any more than you or you're any more than her, it should be a family where you're able to join your money together and you build your life, you grow together, and you iron sharpeneth iron. That is what it should be. As a woman also, don't just be happy and say I'm siding the men or I'm siding the woman. I'm not taking any side. I'm only addressing issues that I see that is unnecessarily a problem. As a woman, because you earn more than your husband or because you don't earn more than your husband, should not make you treat him less. Because men have this inborn ego, and with where we're brought up, a little thing will make them feel inferior. Something very little make them feel they're no longer in charge, they're no longer in control. But you should talk through these things. I don't want to go into detail because this will be discussed in the episode 2 of this section. Please, if you have this attitude or you have this belief, and because of that you have decided you're not going to travel abroad, or you're not going to allow your wife travel, you're not going to travel with your children because you think your wife is going to rule over you, you should please change that mentality, because that is not how life should be. You guys should be partners. Partners are not slave and master. That being said, I salute all you men, all responsible men. I salute you all. I know it is not easy because of where we were brought up, because of the environment we were born in. I give you all the salute, all the respect. I respect you if you are one of those men who do not mind, or who is already in the country, came with their wife, or you brought your wife abroad, or your wife sponsored you abroad, you're abroad with your wife, and you're able to manage your home, you're still living happily, you're able to do those little things that does not cost you your arm and your leg, you still clean, you still cook. Because you're a man, it doesn't mean you shouldn't cook. I salute you if you're one of those responsible men out there. And I'm saying this, and I'm praying because I'm religious, and I'm praying that thing that you desire in your heart, that is going to make you happy, you shall achieve it, you shall be prosperous. You will achieve all your goals in life, and good things will be your portion, because it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of humility for a typical African mentality adult man to come abroad and act normal and behave normal and see that it is different. It is really different. Abroad, in Nigeria, a man can cheat on you, marry another wife, have children, come home, tell you, and if you complain, he will throw you out and you become homeless. In Nigeria, it is, as a woman, the only thing you know is your father's house or your husband's house. Even both of you build it together. Even though you're also working the same hours as he's working, it is either your father's house or your husband's house. There's nothing like your wife's house or you people's house. It usually tends towards the men. But abroad, there's nothing like your husband's house, or it is a house for either the female, the male, or for both of you. You all share all the responsibility, both financial, house, family. It is marriage. It is not higher institution. So when you travel abroad, that difference is going to be a big shock to you to some extent, but it doesn't mean the wife should be rude, and doesn't mean the husband should feel inferior. It is marriage. Remember, it is marriage, and it should be marriage. So if you have this mentality of, I don't want to travel abroad, or my wife is going to change, then start behaving well in Nigeria. Start being a good man. Start taking care of her. Start helping her with few things so that she will not bottle up all those anger, all those you're cheating, all those evil you have been doing to her. She will bottle it up, and God will help you. You will not travel abroad. She will show you pay. And if she send you out, if you pack your load and throw it out, government will back her up. So that is, I know that is your fear, but let that fear not come and hinder you and your future and the future of your children from achieving the goal or your aim that you want to achieve. Please. Nobody, even your wife, is not easy for her, or even your husband who is coming, somebody who is traveling abroad for the first time, it is not easy. It is not easy. You stand the chance of facing racism. You don't know what the future holds. There's a lot of burden, financial, physical, mental, work burden. It is not easy on either side, even as your wife who is going first. Some men will say, go first, I will be sending money to you, and they will not come. The wife that you're sending there first, why can't you go first if it was that easy? It's not easy for either of you. It's not easy for the man. It's not easy for the woman. It's not even easy for the children that are also traveling abroad. So everybody is just sacrificing for everybody. So let sacrifice continue. And please, why are we doing all this? You think I don't want to stay in Nigeria and enjoy a lot of pandedium and enjoy cheap food and carry okada and go about and enjoy eat party jollof and say anything I want to say, do anything I want to do, go home whenever I want to go home, and enjoy the Nigeria easy, cheap life? You think I don't want it? But because we're all doing this because of our children, you see people abroad, the only thing they are doing, even you see somebody who is a master's holder, who is a big boss, who is a big boy in their country, they will come abroad, they will be humble. Look at the story of a lot of people who have maybe big YouTube channel, who have big businesses online. Watch Mwode Maya video and see some of the people he interviewed. Most of those business people, look at their background. They have the history of they've once traveled abroad at one point, or either they're business oriented. It's not everybody. You don't even need to be abroad to stay abroad. Just come abroad, get the orientation, get the idea of what life should be, get the money, go back home and invest. We are doing all this for the sake of our children. If my parents were to have the opportunity I have now, and they have struggled back then to come abroad, invested abroad, they are well established, they have house in my name, they have money saved in my account, do you think I'll be struggling at what age I am just now? Do you think I'll be struggling now to write IELTS, pass OET, and be struggling to work here? I will have had a standard, I will have had a foundation. The Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what shall the righteous do? Even if it's just the experience of traveling abroad, travel abroad. Except you don't want. There are people who don't want to ever travel abroad in their life. It's fine. But if you have the intention and your wife have the intention, why not? Don't allow the movie you have been watching or what people are saying, people's experience, don't allow it to deter you to think your marriage is going to break or you're going to lose your wife because if you come abroad, she'll just grow wings. Please, sir, pocket that. Sacrifice for your children. Everybody should be able to sacrifice in the home. At the end of the day, it is worth it. It is worth it. If you know what you're doing abroad, you will not regret. Even if you want to go back to your country, you'll be able to go back to your country. It's not all of us that will die here. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. Let me know your experience. Some of you may not be able to share it because it's a personal thing. But don't see me as a bad wife or as a wife that has grown wing. I'm still happily married. There are ways to do things. It just takes wisdom. It takes determination. And it takes you to prepare your mind that the abroad life is different from the home life. You cannot treat your wife like a rag abroad. That is one thing you should know now before you buy that visa. I wish you good luck, and I'll see you again in another video. This is a very serious topic, so I'm not even smiling. But even if you don't like my face, subscribe so that you don't miss the next video. I'll see you again in another video, and until then, please stay safe. Be kind to your wife. Be kind to your husband. Be family. And I will see you. Let me see your chat where you are already in the UK and how you're surviving with your partner and your children. I love you. Bye.